Hey guys! So one of the major things that you guys asked me a little while ago was to do an entire, like just a solo YouTube video on Budget by Paycheck workbook. So I got the printable version, which is why it is not in color, and it is in a binder because I got the printable version, which I actually prefer because it's undated, so I can print it off whenever I want for however many years I want, and I don't have to worry about it. So I just print off like 2, maybe 3 months at a time, and then I go from there. So I thought I would give you guys a total rundown on exactly how I use it, why I love it, and all the things. So let's go. So this is the Budget by Paycheck workbook. It comes in a printable version, which is the one that I got, and it also comes in a printed version. They're sold in the printed version, but this is like the first couple of pages. But I thought I would do this today because I wanted to show you guys May. Okay, so this is, there we go. This is May. I have color coordinated, like this was the paycheck going into May, so this was April. All in orange is pays, as well as the bills and stuff that's going to come out of that. And then I did these that are all in here in a different color to go over pays plus bills coming out of that. So I wrote down and color coordinated all of that stuff so that when I am doing my budget, I can easily go back and see. So this is my paycheck bill tracker for this week because both Adam and I get paid. I got paid today, Adam will get paid later this week. So I already wrote in the bills that these pays need to cover, our envelopes, and I haven't put in exactly what we're gonna pull out for our cash envelopes this week, or these next 2 weeks. I have my sinking funds, some extra debt payments that I wanna make, as well as extra savings for the kids' birthday party, and then other things will be added to this as the week goes because Adam doesn't get paid, like I said, until Friday. And then in here is actually some of our extra like debt payments that we want to make. And then this I absolutely love because it's basically just like for your cash envelopes. So we take everything out in cash. And then we have envelopes, which I've showed you guys before. They're actually all in my bag right now. I'll grab them in a second. And then I can figure out with my cash envelopes exactly how many, this is an American, I don't have any $1 bills, but I figure out how many 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s I need in order to divvy up my money properly for each thing. And then I just bring this with me when I go to take money out of the bank. And now so now I can just take this with me when I go to the ATM, and at my ATM at my bank, I can actually just put in the number of each bill I want and it'll spit that out. So I don't actually have to even go inside, which is so nice when you have 3 children. And then this is my expense tracker. So as the month goes on, I'll write in all my transactions. I'll be able to see like if it was a withdrawal, a deposit, what the ending balance was, and keep track of those things in our checking account. So for my cash envelopes and cash spending, as I make payments, I write them on my cash envelopes as well, but then I will put them into here so that I have an idea of exactly what is being spent, where it's going, so that at the end of the month, I actually know where my money went and I don't have to like think of why I wasn't able to pay off certain amounts of debt or put money into savings or that sort of thing, which is something that like I know so many people struggle with. So this has been fantastic. Again, debt payment plan. If you are working on your debts in the, I'll flip back actually. Here, as you go through, so you start with like what your bills are, what your main things are, your cash envelopes, your sinking funds if you're working towards those, and what those might be. Right now, ours are, you know, birthdays, back to school, Christmas, and then I threw in Adam's birthday since it's in the summer, and then extra debt. A lot of, like I said, some of our like big debts are already in here. This is just like extra things that I want to throw money into, and then savings. So you can actually track the things that, like where you want to put your money on like per bill, like not per bill, per paycheck. And then that way you have an idea of where your money's going, and before you've even spent $1 of your paycheck, you can actually already know, okay, well, I have told my money where it's going, and go with it that way. So I absolutely love that. And then here is, you know, like, where did my money go at the end of the month? You can put in your debt. You can put in what debts you paid, how much of your income went to debt, the total amount of that debt, and then the percentage of category to debt, which is really cool because if you're really focused on your debt repayment and getting out of debt, this sheet will actually help you a lot with figuring out the percentages in order to see, is your money going exactly where you told it you wanted it to go? Like, are you actually prioritizing that part of your budget? And like your category breakdowns, the budget category is your monthly budget, monthly spent, the difference in the percentage of income that you spent. This might sound and seem like a lot to some people, but I am like super OCD, strict oriented kind of person. Like, I like all of these things, and it helps me pay attention to like exactly what I need. I have to say that the expense tracker and bill tracker, wherever that is, here is my favorite page, and my cash envelopes as well. And then this one. So this obviously gets done at the end of the month. And then she always has like cute little quotes to break it up a little bit. So instead of coming up with, which I did a number of times before, I would follow Dave Ramsey. I would try to figure out, you know, what did we owe? Where did we want to put our money? And I would look at an entire month. The problem is that paychecks, we're both self-employed, and for paychecks, they vary a lot. So some months and some pays, we're able to put more towards our debt, and we're able to put more towards our savings. We're able to, you know, move money in a different way. Other pays, they're not so great, and so they fluctuate. So it's important to, for us anyways, the monthly thing with Dave Ramsey wasn't working. Coming up with a monthly budget wasn't working. And so when I found the Budget Mom on Instagram, I was like, dude, this is exactly what I need, because she's talking per paycheck. So you literally sit down, you figure out what you got paid, and you write down all your bills for that pay period. What do you need to cover for that pay period? And then that's what you use. You know, obviously you're paying your bills with that paycheck. You do that, you pull out cash for things like your food, beauty, household fund, miscellaneous. Like, those are the envelopes that I have because I get my nails done. I have money out for the kids for like fun stuff. If we want to do that on the weekends, I have obviously our food budget, which I've actually been working really hard to like bring down so that we're not spending as much money without sacrificing the like healthy nutritional foods that we've always eaten, which has gone really well. My budget for these past 2 weeks was about $300 for the entire 2 weeks, and I think I still have $60 left, so that's pretty good. But there's also, like, when you have cash in hand, you're way more diligent in like what you're spending it on. You pay way more attention to like, okay, am I paying for this just because? Like, do I really need this? Am I being smart with my money? Am I taking it from the right place? Like, you don't take a miscellaneous thing from a food budget, because that would be not smart if you have only a certain amount of money for food. And our food budget is included in like when we ordered pizza last week, and when I go out to get a coffee, like I include those things in my food budget because they're part of things that like we're consuming. I do put, like, if we go to ice cream, that's like a fun thing. That's a fun activity that we can do together. But it also makes you like really rethink the kinds of things, the kinds of activities that you're choosing, because if you only have, you know, $75 for 2 weeks for fun budget, well, then you're not going to go to like a major amusement park when it's going to be way more expensive than that, especially if you're so laser focused on paying off debt, which is exactly where we are right now. And so when we want to do something like that, we are budgeting that into a savings so that we can, you know, pay for in cash our Wonderland passes for the year, or to go out to a play for the night, or to go to a baseball game. Like, we're putting money away for that so that we spend cash. We don't have have to worry we're not swiping our card and taking away the money that we could be putting towards somewhere else. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I've gotten a lot of questions. It's been super, super helpful for us as we've paid off money so far. I think I have, maybe I don't have it here. But just in the last, oh yeah, here we do. I haven't colored it in yet, but this is one of our most current ones. I still need to color in like another $600. I just haven't. And then I have an entire one that I haven't filled out because I didn't even have time to like fill it out, you guys. I didn't even have time to fill it out. But this, like literally, I don't have any numbers on the sides, nothing. I didn't even write on it yet, but I had it all written down of like where money was going, and we paid off an entire like $2,400 debt in a span of 2 weeks. So, and that it literally is thanks to the Budget Mom using the Budget by Paycheck workbook, using the free materials that she has. I paid like $6 for her printables, for her envelopes, and they're like the color in ones. I just have left them black and white right now, but I love them. So I definitely suggest giving it a try, because if you are looking to save money for a house, for vacation, for retirement, if you are looking to pay off student loans, student debt, any kind of debt, if you just want to be debt free, she makes it so easy. And instead of making it like all consuming with like a 30-day thing, you look at your month in general, and then she breaks it down by paycheck so that you can really narrow in on where's my money going, what am I earning, and how to get through that. So I hope that was helpful. And